is really good in this format.
All right, Phil says the play is really good in this format. That's a hot take right there.
Dead. I'm
Light Confidant likes the look of 5-color control. Are the chatters and commenters feeling like 5-color control put up good results at Eternal Weekend Europe? Was it a deck to play, or was it a mistake to think you're going to Beanstalk your way to championship? How do you feel right now, chat? Love having 2 stores for weekly legacy. Yeah. It's nice.
All right.
Am I dead?
Okay.
Have a drop. Or not drop it.
And I don't take it for granted either. There's been some substantial community building efforts for the legacy community in New York City over the last couple of years after pandemic times, I would say. Had a lot of people move away, a lot of people sell their collections, a lot of people decide they want to do other things with their time, whatever. LGS is changing up their schedules, deciding not to re-add Legacy to their weekly schedules, things like that. And we've managed to now get 2 weeklies firing, and it's been people like Roland Chang kind of leading the way on all of it.
Jody?
End step.
0 Beanstalk in top 16 for Eternal Weekend, says Raikkoon. Is that true? You could be right, but I don't remember. Or maybe they mean like the 5-color control decks. Yeah, Audrey, absolutely right. More than firing, we're consistently filling them up. That's true.
Beats.
All right, there's Beanstalk right there.
Yeah, you got a beans.
Trigger. Sigo.
You know, there's people who frequently ask me, like, how can I get legacy events firing in my area? Like, I get DMs from people, or people just, you know, chatting about it in the Discord or whatever. I just witness people's conversations about this on Reddit or something. There's got to be people putting in the work. There's got to be people establishing relationships with shops and, you know, keeping a Facebook group going, or a Discord server with people getting pinged, or what, people offering rides, borrowing cards, whatever. It's a community thing. And just, you know, barging into your LGS tomorrow and being like, can you put Legacy on the calendar for every Thursday evening, and expecting people to show up? It just doesn't work that way. All right, Prismatic Ending on Beanstalk is happening here. Let's see if this resolves. Nope. Force, pitching, Force of Negation. So valuing the Beanstalk on the table here is Dominic. Let's see how this goes. Mr. Arch, thank you for the resub. 9 months. Some spinning bagels.
Sigo. Yep.
Was the draw miss for Force? I thought Dominic drew a card, but I could be wrong. All right, looks like people are doing the research and coming up with different results. But the point is, there were not many Beanstalks in the top 16 in Prague. I think we can all agree on that. Cosmic Coil, thank you for the resub with Prime. 33 months, been too long. Still loving what you do. Thank you, Cosmic Coil. Been with us since the beginning. Appreciate that. All right, another Prismatic Ending. This time eliminates Beanstalk on Dominic's side.
Sigo. Cards in hand?
Fine.
That's gonna resolve with the draw on the stack. I'm gonna fetch.
Keep fetching.
Keep fetching.
The Flash says I played once versus Beans in 10 rounds. Meta was very diverse. Good to hear, The Flash. How did you do, The Flash? Building up a San Francisco Bay Area legacy scene. Good to hear. I got to get back to the Bay Area again. Maybe jam some legacy while I'm out there. Whenever I next make it. Been there a few times. Ley Lane Binding removes the Beanstalk.
Surveil. Yep.
6-4 record for the Flash. That's good. Winning record.
Ponder. Sure. Go ahead.
Mystic Sanctuary Ponder on top.
Or I'm sorry, I'm gonna play that and then cast Lord Revealed.
Sure.
All right, here's Lorien revealed, chat.
Say go.
They miss as well.
I'll pass over then. Sure. I'll hit your wasteland.
Agreed. 10 rounds of Magic is exhausting. I don't know how people do that. Like after 5 rounds, I feel like I can no longer think straight, and I'm like ready to go home. I'm partially checked out after 5 rounds.
How was the use?
Targeting.
Artillery.
Yeah. Ponder.
Sure.
All right, Ponder goes back on top with Sanctuary.
Mystic Sanctuary.
Target.
Say go.
Sanctuary for Lorien revealed.
Alright, I'll flip it.
Your eggs out of my yard.
Yeah.
All right, Soulguy Lantern removes the yard. Tobo, thank you for the resub with Prime. 6 months, that's a new badge. Finally made it to the stream again to do the only thing that matters, resub. Thank you, Tobo. That is the only thing that matters, Tobo. That isn't the only thing that matters. I meant to say.
I'll cast a just down.
Sure.
Racer.
Sure.
This is all in response to Teferi. Looks like Phil drew thwart, so maybe we're going to see this Teferi get thwarted. Maybe.
I'll forward.
There it is. 2 Mystic Sanctuaries and a Trop to hand. Teferi is countered.
Sure.
Right of flip? Yeah.
Eternal Weekend's going to be fun and completely exhausting. Yeah.
Galvanic relay for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Somebody in the background is casting Galvanic Relay. It sounds like somebody's having fun.
This one's like you can counter it, you still have to counter the other ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's
This
so
thing,
So it's
you counter when you counter. Just start myself.
sure. One, right?
Yeah, here's a Portent for Phil. Doing it. Yeah, we need the fun police.
I have 5.
I'm with Crinky. I want peace and quiet at the Magic tournaments. I don't want to hear people talking.
This is exiles.
Christ.
Next turn.
Correct.
Say
I
go.
mean, if I don't play it, it stays in it.
What do I prefer, full art duels or white bordered? I mean, mine are white bordered, so I guess I prefer that. I don't know. All right, here's a Ponder. Magic tournaments should feel like a library. Just quiet. Shh. I want to hear the judge shush people. Just be quiet, everybody. Stop talking. It's annoying.
Dress down? Sure.
That's.
Oh, sorry, wrong person.
I haven't been paying attention to that at all, so I hope that we're right.
I think so. Quite frankly, I think in this matchup, it not that it's not going to matter, but I think it's one person's going to decisively win.
Target Thwart.
Sure.
All right, Thwart goes back on top. Dominic predicting someone is going to decisively win. Here's up the Beanstalk for Phil. Draws Thwart. Magic tournament should be like the SATs. Do they have the SATs in Sweden? Oh my god. I hope not.
A land into play. Here's the yard.
There's Uro, everybody.
I'm gonna lay on binding.
Leyline binding. Don't have to reveal until it resolves. It's most likely going to hit Beanstalk.
Targeting. But
Play one side that.
that was my target.
All right, surprise. It was the Beanstalk after all. So 2 Beanstalks are trapped under Leyline binding.
Sure.
Good.
Brainstorm for Phil. Looks like Entreat the Angels is in hand now. No creatures on either side. There is an Uro in the yard, but only 1 card in the graveyard right now. Dominic could fill it up in a hurry, but looks like Uro is a ways away. And Phil will have plenty of removal for this Uro. I doubt it'll last more than a turn.
Sego.
Pitching work. I'll try and make 3 angels.
You got 3 angels.
Wow. Entreat the Angels resolves in the first try. 3 angels.
This government relay is in exile.
Fetch.
So, Dominic facing down 12 power on the board now. Anza dropped some good suggestions on Force of Vigor and the latest Eternal Turtles. What do you mean? Like stuff to remove with it? Or should it be in the main deck? Not sure what you mean. Alec in the ink, thank you for the resub 6 months. I'm here for the quality legacy content. Thank you, Alec. That's a new badge. We only do quality on 90s MTG, folks. This is a high quality thing we have going on.
And then let's see, I'll fetch.
As you can tell.
Grab this time. Why not?
It's all about quality. All right, the graveyard is filled up with cards now. Or enough for Uro to eat, but I don't think Uro's going to last very long, as I mentioned. Looks like Phil has double swords and Terminus in hand. But at least Dominic will get to draw a card, I guess.
Cards?
4.
Are we going to fire off Thwart here on this Uro? Just not even let Dominic draw a card? Maybe.
Trigger.
All right, it resolves.
Land into play. And I go 24. Fetch. I'm gonna grab a trop. I'm gonna attempt to cast a Beanstalk.
No parts of
Looks like up the Beanstalk is hitting this stack now for Dominic. And that will be thwarted. It's countered. Wow. Letting Uro resolve and then countering a 2-mana card from Wilds of Eldraine and uncommon. Incredible. Swords and Uro, we saw that coming.
You have to discard your hand.
Attacking for 8.
When you 7.
Let me see if I respond just to that.
This doesn't. Okay, so this is cast storms at 6.
Cards to watch out for, I guess, from Dominic would be Fourth Ear Lingus. That this is assuming this stuff is going to resolve, right? Fourth Ear Lingus or okay, here's a Terminus will resolve. Phil's Angels go away.
So you bolted me, so storm.
Phil, of course, has ways to put Entreat on top. How does Phil not deck out? The Thwart Mystic Sanctuary loop makes it pretty hard to deck yourself. Mystic Sanctuary, put Brainstorm on top.
Three. Oh, right? No, that was exile.
Yeah, that's exile. For now.
So now with 4 cards in hand, Dominic still needs to figure out a way to fight through this Mystic Sanctuary nightmare. It can be done. This isn't over.
I'm gonna cast Fourth Air Lingus. X equals 5.
Fourth Ear Lingus, X is 5. Force of Will. Force of Negation.
Play a land for turn.
Okay, so I make 5 guys.
Wow, Fourth Ear Lingus resolves, and I was just talked about it a moment ago. All right, so there. Oh my God, what is that? Oh dear God. All right, Dominic becomes the Monarch. Let's see what kind of token we have for that. I guess we're just gonna verbally say we're the Monarch in this game, huh? Who's the Monarch? I don't know.
What's up? Sure.
Yeah, people are calling to end this stream.
I will. You're tapped out?
Yeah.
At least the face down sleeve is red. Imagine the face down sleeve was the same color as the ones on the deck. That would be, whoa, that would be horrible. This is bad enough.
Terminus.
It does.
Okay.
Terminus will resolve. Dominic is the Monarch, though.
Where it goes in your hand, right? Because it has to be in your hand.
It's technically in my hand right now.
Okay.
Attempt to get miracle resolve.
Yeah.
Cast it itself.
They're gone. Okay, so I'm gonna draw for turn.
Yep.
Dominic has steak on Thanksgiving. Oh, God. Should we end the stream now, or should we keep going?
It was one of the worst.
White, blue, blue. I'm gonna attempt to cast Teferi.
Here's Teferi.
I'll tick up. Tick up.
Did Dominic just forget to draw from the Monarch now? I guess so. That's what you get for not putting the Monarch token on the table, I guess.
Does this make sense?
Yeah, I need a token to remind him.
Make an angel.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, Entreat makes an angel. Teferi can bounce it.
It's Terminus.
Go to the next one.
Okay. Yeah, I had the fourth to finish it.
All right, game 1 goes to Dominic. There's another Fourth Year Lingus in hand. Phil on the play. Cast a turn 1 Ponder.
Very, very worn out.
Soda? That sounds like a question for the 90s MTG Discord. So fourth year Lingus was the difference maker in game 1. Guillermo, thanks for the resub. 8 months. Appreciate that.
Beans game?
Up the Beanstalk. Beans gaming.
I'm gonna attempt to beans.
All right, Beanstalk for Dominic. Teferi Static stopped me from entreating to go over the top. It says Force of Fill. Yeah, maybe. Dominic was the Monarch with Terminus on top and another fourth year Lingus. I don't know. I don't know, chat.
I was really scared.
Brainstorm.
Turn where you had like
Oh,
two or three cards left in hand, and it was right before the echo. Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's a good point by Oh No. If he was the Monarch, didn't he have to draw that Terminus? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not 100% sure that was missed, but possibly.
The beans.
On the first turn you wish.
All right, here's another Beanstalk on Dominic's side. Let's get a Beanstalk draw trigger count going in the chat. Someone keep track.
He'll surprisingly well against Delver.
I'm not doing it. Someone else has to do it.
This is with this on the stack, right?
All right, Worm Harvester says 3 for both so far.
And I'm ult to 5 too. Holy crap.
I think you just had really good
So we're on the stack.
I did.
So this resolves. Draw.
You have a draw trigger on the stack.
Okay. See how this goes.
Draw trigger on the stack, Force of Vigor, pitching Beanstalk, targeting both Beanstalks. Force of Will, pitching Lorien Revealed. Force of Will, pitching Brainstorm. Quite a battle here.
Pyroblast of course.
Wow. Pyroblast on the Force. There's some Beanstalk triggers on the stack, I guess, from these Forces. Force of Will, pitching Jace on the Pyroblast.
Okay. So you're gonna draw from the first Force. This is gonna resolve. Oh, so you're at 17. You're gonna be at 16, right? You fetch twice, you force twice, and I'm at 18. Okay, so now I'm gonna draw 2 off this force trigger.
You want to go take a shower after this?
And then you're gonna draw 1 off the last one, and then he's gonna be countered, and then I'm gonna draw off the beans. Jesus, that was how many cards do you have in hand? 2.
That was quite a stack right there. Force of Fill now the only one with a Beanstalk on the battlefield.
What did you pitch to the Vigor?
Brainstorm.
To the Force of Vigor.
Oh, another beans.
Okay. Keep it.
Pitching Beanstalk to Force of Vigor to blow up 2 Beanstalks, chat.
Cards in hand, you've had 3.
The best format.
Ponder.
Ponder now. As we mentioned earlier on today's stream, Ponder, I don't think they tested for 1v1. Twitch chat agrees. Seems like a commander card to me.
Cast a beans.
Force of Negation on a Beanstalk.
Single.
Worm Harvester keeping the count. 8 draws off Beanstalk so far. Gideon of the Trials.
Do not. It's gonna resolve.
I don't know where my phone is.
Is this Gideon Jura? No,
Gideon of the Trials. If you want to look it up, I'm going to grab my.
And Phil has left.
Bold move having this card, full art.
I'll pull it up for you. I got you. If you want to leave it back.
So Gideon of the Trials is the one that basically the most relevant ability is you get an emblem as long as you control a Gideon. You can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Yeah, everyone except for Dominic has this card memorized.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna resolve.
All right, I have an emblem.
Okay, so you can't lose the game?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, there's the Gideon emblem represented by a card from another card game, which is interesting.
I'm gonna cast Tef.
Yeah.
Teferi Time Raveler comes in. Double fetch.
Oh, you're not getting rid of anything on that one?
Unexpected appearance of Gideon. Haven't seen much Gideon in Legacy these days. Gets Rafine's Tower.
Let me just make sure that gives me the full domain vote. I'm gonna Leyline Binding the Gideon.
Okay, Leyline Binding removes Gideon. The emblem still stands. Another copy of Gideon would be needed in order to not lose the game. You need to have a Gideon in play for the emblem to matter. Prismatic Ending removes Teferi. This has been quite a battle. Phil can eventually remove this Leyline Binding on Gideon, and with enough protection can just no longer lose the game, potentially. But we saw 4th Year Lingus could be a problem in game 1. All right, Life from the Loam, return. It looked like 3 fetches.
Or is that?
Play my land. Sigo.
Turn myself.
Sure.
Portent.
You missed the craziest stack. Multiple beam draw triggers, a lot of forces.
That's me passing by. Dominic saying I missed the craziest stack. But you know what? I saw it anyway. Isn't that exciting? At the end of your turn, thank you for the resub. 14 months. Appreciate that. Dredging Loam now, double Power Blast and a Scalding Tarn.
Play a land.
Yeah, that was a counter battle. Loaming, Scalding Tarn back to hand, pass the turn.
I'm gonna dredge Loam.
Yep.
All right, there's Uro going into the yard. Looks like Phil has Thwart in hand. No Mystic Sanctuaries on the battlefield as of right now.
Green, green, white, white. I'm gonna cast Uro, exiling. 1, 2,
Is that one you wish for?
4, 5.
Put that on the stack.
Do you want to just let it be where this is in the deck and there, or how do you want to do that?
It's up to you. I'm okay with taking a loss.
All right, so Uro is on the stack, I believe. Maybe hardcast Thwart? No, Force of Vigor, Leyline in response.
Sure.
Okay, because you want that
Gideon.
Yeah, I do want this.
It's good.
Let's go game 2.
No. Can I use the deck?
What?
Can I use the deck?
Spells in here?
The what?
Dice.
Dice, yeah.
Thanks.
Spells in here?
Right now? Didn't you just see one? When
All right, thwart on Uro. Uro goes back to the graveyard. So Gideon's back on the table. The emblem is back up and running, I guess. Can't lose the game now.
You should double check again. Make sure you have everything you want in there.
Because I count.
Phil drew a prismatic ending, makes a land drop. Gideon becomes a creature, attacks for 4.
You're having a
I'm gonna
grand old
fetch.
time with me. I can only manage some of these other guys.
It's okay.
I'm gonna grab Mystic Sanctuary.
That was
Targeting Brainstorm.
It just teaches me to check yourself.
Mystic Sanctuary on Brainstorm.
Piloting Storm.
Yeah.
And watching that back in the day was like,
Draw.
but I just can't. I don't have the mental, you know. But you're putting yourself there. That's right.
I'm gonna Brainstorm.
I'm on the plane.
Yeah, I'm scared of that.
Play a land for turn. I'm gonna fetch. Grab a drop. I'm gonna attempt to cast Uro again. Green. Go like this.
Sure.
Exile 1, 2, 3, 5.
It's good.
Uro's good. Go up to 13. Draw a card.
Uro is good. It's in there. And I don't see removal spell in Phil's hand right now, but I could be wrong. Oh, there was a prismatic ending, so maybe Uro won't last.
That start part is tricky. It's like if you counter it, the one that you
Oh yeah, you only count one copy.
you only one copy.
You really need like
Yeah.
Cluster Storm or some other one.
So if you just joined us, Gideon of the Trials has its emblem on the board. Gideon will now turn itself into a creature.
That's a hard one to get in this thing.
All right, pluses Gideon and passes.
I'm gonna Brainstorm.
Yeah.
3. Switch it back.
It's not gonna be good.
Fetch, down to 11.
Slowest storm ever.
Grab 1. 2.
I'm curious to see your sideboard after. Like what? Because I used to play one of these YOLO decks that I love, but it just
Cards in hand.
when it happens, it's right?
Just
I'm gonna fourth Aerolingus, Exceed rules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do you have like 7 counterspells in hand?
I have a bunch of counterspells in hand.
All right, Force of Negation on 4th Year Lingus. This could be Phil's last turn of the game. Force of Will countering it, gets the scoop from Phil. GG's.